What's happening, Internet? It's time for another BattlBox review. And as you can see, I'm out here in the woods. I was building the shelter back here behind me. I'm still working on it, still got a lot of go on it, but I'm using the tools that are in this box. It is a shelter building and tinder collection box. So this is mission 20 and I'm ready to jump on into it. Y'all come along with me. All right, so we're going to open this thing up here. This is one of the biggest boxes that we've had here at BattlBox. The last one that was humongous like this had a lot of cool stuff in it, so let's see what's in this one. But as always, we've got the card here that shows each level of subscription, the value of each product, and the total value of the box of each level. And on the back, we have build a shelter and some information. Also in this box, we're doing a little challenge this month. We want you guys to build a shelter using these products, the best shelter you can build, and share that with us with a picture or a short video or something like that on our Facebook page and on our Instagram page. You can tag us on those. We're going to pick a winner and we're going to send the winner a really cool handmade hatchet from a really close friend of ours who's actually a BattlBox member. So be sure to use this stuff and share those videos and pictures with us there. That'd be awesome. So let's jump on into this box. The first box obviously is the basic box. It's a $24.99 cost, $25 box. I like to round things up. $25 box, and we've got, holy crap, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 items in that box. We got Tinder this month, which works great, by the way. First up is an axe for the basic subscribers. An axe, Elk Ridge ER 199 axe. Elk Ridge, here we go. Got us a nice little box here. It's got some tape on it. Remember this knife? Here we go, Elk Ridge. I even got a mystery spot here in the woods. Sheath, I'll leave that on the table. Here we go. How about that? That is a really cool little hatchet there, or axe, what they call it here on the card here. I call it a hatchet from Elk Ridge. It's got some cutouts here that you can use for tools on nuts and stuff like that, and bolts. Got a hex cutout here. It's got a area here where you can cut some, my brain just lost me, some cordage, or you can cut a webbing or something like that, or a seat belt if you have your hatchet close by. So yeah, really cool. It's got a nice handle. It's all one piece all the way through the handle. Very cool. So let's use it, why don't we? All right, so I got this tree here that's falling down. Got the Elk Ridge little axe or hatchet here. We'll give it a shot. See how it cuts. I think it does pretty dang good. Done with the little hatchet. And it didn't even scar it up hardly at all. Not bad, Elk Ridge, not bad. So all right, the first item in the basic box again is the Elk Ridge ER 199 axe. It comes in at a value of $14.95. Very cool. It's got a nice sheath, and then it's got the belt loop there so you can keep it on your side when you're out in the woods getting ready to build a shelter. First item in basic is a cutting tool. How about that? Next up is another cutting tool. This here is a pocket chainsaw. No gas required. World's fastest cutting pocket saw. So you got a little tin here that's got your chain in it. And a couple handles. Let's open it up. Got a few pieces here. This here is where you attach your cordage and your handles to your chain. Here's some cordage. And there's your chain. Very nice. So we'll put this thing together. And show you how it works. All right, so simply what I got here, I took the string, run it through the handle, tied a knot off in it, an overhand knot on each side to lock the string in to the handle. And then you have this piece here, got a double overhand knot attaching here, and then this just simply goes into the hole on the chain so that it attaches on there.
I'm fixing to cut us a piece of wood with it, man. Y'all ready for this?
Just gonna drop it down under this here log. Piece of deadfall here. Get the teeth up, obviously. Got your old handles there. Grab your handles. And just steady pressure. Daniel Boone, eat your heart out, man. I got a chainsaw. Nice clean cut. I'm not really out of breath, and could do some really good precision cuts with this. Very cool. Let's go back to the shimage. Hey, that was pretty cool, huh? I mean, I'm more out of breath from walking back from over there than I am from actually doing this, but really good cutting tool here. As you can see, that was a deadfall, but it worked just as good on a good green, fresh tree as well. But whew, very effective piece of kit right here. The second item on the basic box, the pocket chainsaw, comes in at a $24.99 value. So there's your box right there, just in one item, and we got more. I'm out of breath. I'm fat. It wasn't that hard. All right, so the third item on the basic box is Smith's Tinder Maker. This is a really cool little contraption. The guys down from Ready Man were down a couple weeks ago, and we tested out a lot of stuff, and we had a good time with this. I called it the cheese grater. So if you take a little pack of cheese with you when you go out in the woods, you got a way to have some cheese. But we got a little yellow box here. It's got a ferrocerium rod and striker, as you can see, but it's got this part here that is reminiscent of a cheese grater. And basically what you do is you can get you some small pieces of wood and run it over the top, and it collects those shavings down inside this little box, and you can use it to help you start a fire. So I'm going to show you how to use it. Let's go. So again, we got the Smith's little tinder box here. And I went and got some fat wood. lighter knot, several different words for it, but and I'll show you guys a little later in the video on how to find this stuff. But comes from a yellow pine, southern yellow pine, really good. I mean, basically it's gasoline in a tree. About the best I can put it. So we're going to shave some off here with our box. So just like a cheese grater. That's some fat wood, but you don't have to use fat wood. You can just grab up any kind of twigs and sticks that you got laying around in the woods. Find some dry ones. Do the same thing. But if you're in the south and you can get a hold of some of that fat wood, obviously that's going to be a great thing to have. So there we go. All the shavings collect in the box. And you can tell there's fat wood in there because see how it's sticking to my fingers? That's that oil and sap. So I'm going to make me a little pile here. See if I can get it to fire up. Here's our ferrocerium rod and striker. Does very well. That's southern yellow pine, boys and girls. So now we just add a little to help it along. Burn, baby, burn. That's enough for the demonstration. So that's the Smith's Tinder Maker. And well, I say they hit a home run with that. That is a really cool item right there. And it's small, compact, and doesn't really weigh anything. So the Smith's Tinder Maker comes in at a $9.99 value, so $10. And they also have a card in here for 25% off any of their other items if you use this code that's on my card, so you can't have it. I'm gonna rearrange my table here. Organization is key. All right, next up is the Ready-Man Camper's Cleats. You get 2 of them. These are really cool. This is to help cinch down and tighten up your cordage. If you're hanging up a hammock or a tarp or a ridge line to put a tarp over a hammock or anything that you need to really cinch down your cordage. So you get 2 of them. They're cordage cleats basically. And I'm gonna show you how to use these when I get to another product that I'm going to show you a little bit later here in the video. So we'll come back to these for demonstration, but these come in at $5.97 from Ready Man. All right, the last item on the basic box is Easy Clip MIDI tarp clips, or better known as Gorilla Clip. That's on here. There's the MIDI size, MIDI. Just the next size up from small. I'll pull these out, but I'll demonstrate these as well a little bit later in the video. So you've got this clip here. If you got a tarp or a poncho or something like that, you're trying to make a shelter and you need to tie it off. Maybe it doesn't have grommets, maybe it has grommets, it's pulled out, you need to use something, or you got other attachment points where grommets aren't working. You can use this. You can slide your tarp or your poncho in there, pull it back, cinch it down tight, and when you pull back with your cordage, it actually cinches down even tighter onto what you're using. So I'll show that here in a little while with another product that I think you guys are kind of starting to figure out what it might be, but you gotta wait. That comes in at $4.49, the Gorilla Clips. So that is your basic box right there. Your basic box. You got all these items in basic for a $25 value, $24.99 value. Or cost, the value comes in at $60.39. So all this together comes in at $60.39. And heck, just this right here covered the cost that you have in the basic box. And you saw how well that worked. So everything else is a bonus, if you ask me. And as a basic member, you got a cutting tool, knife, or something like that in the box. So congratulations. Got to clean up my space here because the box is so big it's taking up most of my table here. So now the advanced box, the $49.99 box, $50 box. Obviously you get everything in advanced and everything that was in basic in that package. So this month we've got 2 items, and the first one is a Wicked Tree Gear Tough Handsaw with sheath. Get off her. That's a nice sheath. So you got a nice sheath here with a belt loop and a clasp back here on the back. I don't know if y'all ready for this. Look at that. Will you just look at it? Will you look at it? Isn't it nice? Isn't it nice? Let me see here. You got a little button here. Boom! Y'all know what I'm fixing to do with this, right? I'm fixing to mow some stuff down because it's wicked. It even says it on the handle. So it's time to get a little wicked with this here tree. So let's say you want to take this tree down, I do, and you got your wicked saw. Let's check it out, see how well it does. I'm gonna try to get a little low here. Go to cutting. Now I haven't put hardly any pressure on this at all. It's already went all the way down through the teeth. Timber! I like it. I think it worked wonderful. Nice clean cut, really no effort. I mean, I'm just fat naturally, so I breathe heavy, but other than that, we're good to go. So, very quick and easy way to take down some material for building a shelter, or if you're deer hunting or something like that and you need to help clear out some shooting lanes, this is nice and compact. You can keep it in a pack, and if it needs to come down, it'll take it down. Very cool. All right, there's your Wicked Tree Gear, Wicked Tough Handsaw with sheath. The Wicked Tree Gear, Wicked Tough Handsaw with sheath comes in at $49.99. That's the cost of the box, okay? $49.99 box. Just this is worth $49.99. Next up is the Arborist Throw Weight Throw Bag. Well, what do you do with this, Brandon? Well, I'm gonna show you. Let's see here. Oh, time out. Wicked has a 10% off plus free shipping code for the BattlBox members right here. So you can get 10% off some of their other products, or if you want another one of those Wicked Tree Gear deals right there, you get 10% off and free shipping. The Throw Weight Throw Bag. This right here is a really cool thing. I've been using rocks, now I don't have to. So this is a really cool way if you need to get some cordage up over an overhanging limb or something like that for hanging your food up in bear camp to keep it away from your camp, things like that. This is a great little bag here, a weighted bag for you to do that, so you don't have to hunt around for a rock and wrap your cordage around it and hope the rock don't fly off. So I'm gonna show you how to use it. Yeehaw. All right, so this isn't an ideal tree for hanging a bag to keep away from bears or something like that. But I'm just gonna kind of show you what I mean. You know, for that situation, you wanna have a limb that's kind of overhanging out away from the trunk of the tree so the bear can't climb the tree to get to the bag. Whereas with this right here, he'll be able to do that. But also a good way to use this bag here is, let's say you need to take a tree down and you want it to go a certain direction. Obviously trees don't always go the direction you're wanting it to go. They're going to go the direction they want to go. So you could use this to throw up over a limb. Let's say this tree's going that way, but we want it to go this way. We can throw this up in the fork of that tree, retrieve it, tie it off, go where we want it to go around a tree and keep tension on it, or tie it off to persuade that tree to fall. So if you're building a a shelter right here and this tree needs to go, you don't want it to fall in the direction of your shelter, that's a way that you can use it as well. But I'm gonna hoist my bag up this tree to kind of show that trick as well. So obviously you want some cordage, tie your weight off, get the cordage behind you, make sure that it is not around your feet or anything, and see if you're accurate enough to throw it in that little split in the tree up there. So here we go. Move the bag. It hung on my britches and shot my knife. Look here. Make sure it don't hang on your knife either. I like that knife. Shouldn't do that, man. All right. Here we go. Here we go. Take two. Okay. Now I think I'm ready. All right, little bag. See what you can do. See what I can do. Oh yeah. All right, come to daddy. Ta-da! Worked pretty good. So now you attach your bag. If this limb was out away from the trunk, I'm just going to do a simple knot here just for demonstration. You got food in your bag, you're away from camp, and you get your bag up off the ground, preferably away from the tree on a branch that goes out further, and keep the bears out of your victuals and away from camp. So that's one use in addition to making a tree go where you want it to go with that little weighted bag there. So that's the Arborist throw weight or throw bag. It comes in at a value of $24.15. So that's the 2 items in the advanced box, including the basic to complete the advanced box. So the total value of the advanced comes in at $134.53, and you got 50 bucks in it. That's a great value. So next up is the Pro Box. The Pro Box is a $99 cost, a $100 box, and this month there's 2 items in this box. Obviously it includes everything in advanced and basic. So the first item is an Outdoor Edge Saberback Bowie. Now this is really nice. It's really nice. And it's brand new and we're fixing to go cut stuff with it. So here you go. Whoop. Don't need that crap. That right there can go in the mystery spot. So here's your sheath. It's a lot of snaps on it. Be sure it stays where it's supposed to be. And there is the Saberback Bowie. How freaking cool is that? I think my beard just grew another inch just holding it. This is freaking awesome. This is a Jerry Hossam design. He's a local here in Georgia, and it's kind of reminiscent of his Gladius knives. It's got a really similar handle there. It's got a really nice shape to the blade. It's got that belly with a little bit of a drop to it. But it's got this saber tooth saw here on the back as well. So got a lot of grease on it here from the packaging. So the material this blade is made out of, it's not, you know, stainless or anything like that. It's 65 MN spring steel. This steel is designed to be very durable, very hard, and hold a really good edge. And it's actually used in a lot of stuff where there's a lot of impacts and things like that. So this steel right here is designed to basically beat the freaking crap out of it. So let's go do it. This is in my way. This is going to take it out of my way. They say it's designed to beat the crap out of it, so that's what we're fixing to do. So let's start beating the crap out of stuff. Ready? Let's start with this. Next, see how it does on something green right here. See how it does on taking this We need this limb to make a spear out of. How about that? Holy moly! I'm talking about one whack. That's a green, that's not dead. That's a live green limb right there. And I mean, that was fun. See how it does on, if I wanted to make a spear. It's really light. The handle's great. See here on the back, it's got that kind of, well, it's got it on the front as well. It's got those bends in it. So it really fits good in the hand. You don't feel like it's going to fly to your hand. But I mean, it's just, I mean, you can do some finesse work with this. It's not just a grunt blade. Also here in the blade, it's got this finger choil. So this is designed so if you really need to choke up on your blade, you know, you can get up on it and you're not in the cutting area. If you really need to finesse, if you want to get in tight and really work on finishing up, say a spear, or say you're making stakes for your shelter, and you really want to get in there and just really be up close and personal with it, you got your finger choil right there. Right there. Put your finger in there and you can really do some fine work. I think I'm going to take something down a little bigger. The master of the woods! I want to check out this Saber back. I'm going to take this limb off right here and see how it does.
Not bad.
Alright, so here I have found what we have down here in the south called fat lighter. Right here in this old dead pine stump here. See how this is all just dead and loose, but down here got that hard sound. You see here, real strong smell where all the sap and the oil and everything's collected down here in the bottom as the tree died. This stuff is great for lighting fires. We're going to try to bust us a piece out of here with the bowie, the Saberback bowie from Outdoor Edge. See what we can do here. This stuff is really hard, so it'll be a good test for this blade. There we go. Look at the color in that. That is southern gold right there, boys and girls. You can see right here where it's dead. This is all dead, but yet you got this. That's that fat wood right there. All right here. That stuff is rock hard. That's a good piece right there. Southern yellow pine gold right there. Make a good fire and burn hot. All right, so that's a little testing of the Saberback bowie from Outdoor Edge. I'm impressed. I think it's a great knife. I'm really impressed with the steel, but I think they did a great job using Jerry Halsom's design, especially in the handle, because when you're being that violent, so to speak, with a blade, having that there to really keep it from flying out of your hand and give you control is great. So the Outdoor Edge Saberback Bowie comes in at $59.95. That's the first item in the Pro box. 35% off exclusive coupon to BattlBox members on your entire purchase. So obviously they've got tons of great knives and you can get 35% off your entire purchase right there. Next up on the Pro box is a BattlBox Tan 12 foot by 9.5 foot ripstop tarp. This is what I wanted to show the cleat and the gorilla clips with. Really good tarp here with our brand BattlBox on the front. Excellent tarp. A tarp is worth its weight in gold. You can use it just with a ridge line to keep you dry. You can actually use it, you know, to make a tent. You can use it to make a hammock, all sorts of things. So it's a ripstop material here. We'll get you a close-up in a little while. But it's, you can see little like woven squares in it. So it's not gonna tear on you. It's designed so that if there were to be a puncture or you were to tear it in a spot, it's not gonna run the length of the tarp or anything like that. Double stitched at the grommets and cross stitched on the corners where it's got the loops here. So very sturdy tarp, and we're fixing to go out here somewhere and play with it and show you these clips and the cleat. But real quick, I'm going to tell you that this tarp right here comes in at a $45 value. So $45 value for this tarp, and it's got BattlBox brand on it somewhere. Let's go see how she works. So real quick, I'm just going to run a ridge line here across these two trees right here. I'm just going to do a real quick kind of A-frame with the tarp. But I'm going to show you real quick how to use this cleat here from Ready Man. Alright, so what you want to do with your cleat is run through one side and back through the other. So it's on your cordage like this. So I'm going to bring it around to where I've got it right here. We'll pull that tight. Through my cleat. I'm going to come back over, go through my cleat, and there's our ridge line. And it ain't going nowhere. And also this tarp has got the loops here so that you can run you know, if you got when you run a ridge line above it, you tie up that way, kind of help with water runoff too, if you want to do that. All right, I'm going to show you the gorilla clip here, a little bit of a close-up. So as you can see, it's got those teeth there. Push those down and it will allow it to come forward. It's captured. So you can see it's got the jaws there. So you put your tarp or your poncho or whatever you're using, you know, as your material between these jaws, cinch it in tight, and then you can cinch it up with your cordage to a tree or a stake or whatever. So I'm going to show you real quick how it works. Let's just say whatever you're using, your poncho doesn't have grommets. Let's just say for the sake of conversation that your grommet's messed up or it's broken or something. You can take this clip, put your material in, cinch it down, take your cordage, just going to tie just a simple knot here just for demonstration. Now you can go to a tree or what have you, go around your tree and pull that tarp tight. I'll try to hold it so it doesn't come off my ridge line. But pull that tarp tight and it's not gonna come out. So that's the gorilla clip, and it takes a gorilla to get it loose, because once she bites down on there, she's doing her job. Dadgummit. There you go. There we go. So I just learned a little trick. If you can't get it out of there with your hands, take your paracord, hook to that little piece right there. You can put pressure on it while you're pushing down on those teeth there, and it'll help break it loose. So real world testing here, folks. Well, wow, that did a great job, and it didn't damage the tarp at all. So, and you can probably see here, the real subject here right now is the tarp. You see these little squares here. That's the ripstop material. So if you were to get a puncture or something in that, it's not going to just ruin your whole tarp. And this has got a waterproof coating on it, so that it really helps to shed the water and the rain really well. So there's your BattlBox ripstop tarp. All right, so that's the BattlBox tarp. Again, $45 value. It's the second item and the last item in the Pro box. And we got one more item in the Pro Plus. We'll go back and we'll finish our little shelter that we were building over there, our little deal with the tarp, because the Pro Plus item is going to help us finish it. And that's what's next. $149 cost, $150 box for the Pro Plus. You get the item that's in it and everything else that came in all the other boxes. They also consider this a knife of the month club and things like that. So in this month's Pro Plus, we have a Zippo 4-in-1 woodsman's tool. Here's the reason for the long box. This big boy right here. You close this so it don't tip off the table. So it's like 4-in-1. It says it right there. 4-in-1 woodman's tool for the woodsman like you. Camp hatchet, a rugged wood saw, a tent stake puller, and a tent stake driver. Look at that. Ain't it nice? So there's your mallet or hammer, so to speak, for your tent stakes. Here is your tent stake puller, so you can get that down into, like if you use the tent stakes that came in the welcome box, Mission 13, you can use these to kind of get down there and yank them out of the ground if you can't get them out by hand. And then on the inside here, we've got some blades. Up in here, up in here, up in here. Oh yeah. So when you're rearing that one, you got an extra one. We'll put him back in there. And then, of course, we've got the hatchet. And it's got this nifty protector here. So there's your hatchet. Ain't that nice? I think it's nice. Let's go destroy some stuff with it. All right, so we're back over here where our tarp, where we put the tarp up. I'm going to test out the hammer on this thing. We put the protector back on so you safety Gestapos don't be like, man, you're going to cut your beard off with that thing while you're driving it in the ground, man. Don't do that, man. All right, here we go. So I'm going to drive this stake here with the hammer from the Zippo. Here we go. Yo ho ho. Look at it go. Oh, I broke my thumb. I didn't break my thumb. I'm good. That worked pretty good, man. That worked pretty good, man. Give it a little bit of tension. Give it a few wraps. Cinch her down. Numero 2.
Alrighty.
Oh God! I left my knife on the bench.
It's okay. Watch this. Improvise, folks. Improvise.
This tree is going to come handy with the shelter, so I need to take it down with the Zippo. We're going to give it a shot, see how this thing chops. Got him!
You gonna ride it?
You get the point.
All right, so now we're going to use the saw portion of this 4-in-1. You need your blade sheath. It's got a post here. It goes through your hatchet there. Obviously the blade's stored on the inside. You saw that when I took it out of the packaging. Take your blade, put it over that post, close it off, screw that down. Now on the inside here, you got your tensioner. Bring this up, hook it into your tensioner. Now we got a saw.
Ain't that nice?
So let's say I want the portion of this tree that we took down earlier, right here where this knot comes out. So I have a straight post for camp. So I'm gonna cut it right here where that branch kind of kicks out. See how she does. Here we go. Did an excellent job. Kind of got to be mindful of your depth and hitting the ground. But other than that little bit of screw up, did a really good job, short work, of cutting that so that I got a nice straight piece that I need for my shelter. So outside of showing you how to use this to pull a stake out of the ground, which I think is pretty self-explanatory, this is a great tool. All right, so there's the Zippo 4-in-1 Woodsman's tool. Its value comes in at $79.95, which brings the Pro Plus package, which is everything, Basic, Advanced, Pro, Pro Plus, brings the Pro Plus package to $319.47 of value. It's a $150 box. So great tool right here. Obviously this isn't designed to replace your axe or your main hatchet, because it is a multi-tool. So it has a hollow handle for the blades to stay in. It's got some moving parts on it. But for a camp axe, something to help split tinder and kindling and stuff like that, chop into small logs, fell small trees, it's great. You got a hammer, a mallet, you got a saw, you got the hatchet itself and the stake puller. So very cool tool right here in the Pro Plus package. Well, there's mission 20 at BattlBox, folks. I think this is probably, and from what I've been reading on the forums and what I've been seeing online, this is probably the new favorite BattlBox right now. 5 cutting tools in this month's box. It's actually 2 in basic, 2 cutting tools in the basic. So the basic guys really got a lot of value this month. Very cool box, lots of really cool cutting tools, ways to build shelter, and some Tinder collection with the little Smith's box right there. So I'm highly impressed with this month's box. I'm glad everybody is liking it. Since I've been here at BattlBox, I've been working here for 2 weeks. I've really been able to kind of see behind the scenes of what these guys go through to make these boxes, and they really put a lot of thought into it. They test out the gear, and they really want to pass on great savings to you guys. But it's not all about the savings, it's about the experience of getting really cool gear on your doorstep every month, and it's stuff you can use. Everything in this box this month can be used outdoors and in camp and things such as that to build shelter or make your life a little bit better when you're out in the wilderness. So if BattlBox is something that you're interested in and you want to find out more, be sure to check out battlebox.com. You can see all the stuff that they've done in the past all the way up to Mission 20, and see if there's a subscription that fits your budget. Give it a try. You can upgrade and downgrade at any time. You can cancel at any time, and I'm really sure that you'll enjoy what you're getting on your doorstep every month.
Brandon built him a shelter. We're gonna go see what he's doing.
Hey man, I know I ain't got a door, man, but that don't mean you can't like let me know that you. I'm trying to take care of business here, man.
Really, Daniel? I'd like to see your shelters. Be sure to build a shelter, take a picture, take a video of it, share it with us on Facebook at the BattlBox page and also on Instagram. And we're going to pick a winner, and we're going to send you a Sly Fox tomahawk / hatchet or something's really cool, handmade, really nice tomahawk. So be sure to do that. As always, I appreciate you guys watching. See if you can build a shelter better than me. I mean, I got plumbing in mine. Here real soon, next month or the month after, all these videos are going to be on the BattlBox YouTube channel. So I need you guys to click that subscribe button right there and subscribe to BattlBox. Also, if you're not a subscriber to my channel, hit this subscribe button and you can be a subscriber to my channel and get notifications when I'm on the John. So thanks as always for watching, and I'll see you on the next BattlBox review.
You son of a bitch.